2v2 in a hot minute, Dara, but we're seeing KiXe on the Queen Eye. Of course, KiXe, amazing Qatar player, and I mean, you have the Spear, which is really good at 2v2, and you have really big signatures, so I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I mean, I can't get over the fact, for speed, I will never be able to understand the brains of Queen Eye players.
We'll just have to see, I guess. We'll have to see how this ends up playing out. Right now, though, Fozey in a pretty nasty position off stage. I love the drift to the right with the speed recovery, just so that you can avoid a potential ground pound.
So far, quite even out. Sarme able to get that side stick, and that's a really good opportunity for Hysen to commit to KiXe here. Fozey going back out, though. GC and sig onto Sarme. Really good options. The double ground pound, able to take down Hysen potentially, but no, there's the save. KiXe goes in for round 2, and Fozey finishes it up. Amazing offstage play there from Fozey and KiXe. They fumbled the bag like 8 times, but they were able to close it out. They were able to just keep finding it again.
That GCN sig is evil. I have no other way of saying it. It's just, it is a menace offstage, especially in ones. It is a menace offstage, even more so in twos. That does not matter. Sarme with a nice, clean little ground pound, able to clean up that stock, and Sarme, or Fozey, excuse me, not able to make it back onto the stage. I think they thought that they can just dodge past it, but then ended up putting themselves onto, like, the lip of the stage and kind of pineapple themselves.
Now, again, back to fairly even territory. Seeing a lot of exchanges back and forth. 2 separated 1v1s right now, and none of the players are really making an effort to go back to having some team play here. But now they have a great opportunity to do so. Fozey trying to look for some signatures. That could have been a great follow-up, but KiXe was a bit too early.
Okay, right now though, KiXe wanted to go for the team follow-up there with the GCN sig. It was a cute idea. It did not pan out though, but ooh, that D-sig is a menace, and it is going to take down Sarme onto his last stock here. Now, how do you actually play through the situation here? You need to be able to get something going. You gotta get the stock off on KiXe or something, but Fozey and KiXe, they're just looking so good.
I love it when pro players follow up from like niche attacks. Like, Fozey was able to find a grounded Lance hit. KiXe does the unarmed nair, and Fozey just instantly knows how to follow it up, and he also knew that KiXe would be going for an unarmed nair. It would always boggle my mind how pro players are able to do that.
Sarme though coming back on with the recovery, just getting Fozey out of the game for just a little bit here. And yeah, at this point, this is where you got all those custom combos, or maybe not. KiXe cleaning up off the side with that side sig, I believe. And Polly, you talked about the Queen Eye. You were a little bit unsure about this pick. How do you feel about this pick now that Game 1 has happened the way that it did?
Hey, I wasn't unsure. I just said I didn't like it. But I mean, Queen Eye is still going to be Queen Eye. It is, I think at this point, undisputed that Queen Eye is pretty good. I am just denying reality at this point, Dara. Queen Eye is good, both in 1v1 and in 2v2, and KiXe is showing everyone what they're capable of, making sure people take it a little bit more serious in the meta, man. People like me.
Fair enough. So going into game number 2 here, this was very fairly in the favor of Fozey and KiXe. KiXe, again, just like a player that is still technically sitting at like the 120 like PR ranking. It is going to move up like significantly though after, you know, whatever happened at some of the champs this weekend at the last one. So I'm excited to see KiXe's like progress as a player continue on. Right now though, Sarme looking for the neutral here and wanted something really spicy off the top of that GC sidelight and did not find it. Wants those GC sidelights again. Sarme is fishing.
Good start from KiXe and Fozey. They almost got stuck in a 2v2 combo there. Hysen and Sarme weren't able to close it out though. Now great position to go for a combo, but unfortunately the string isn't going to be connecting from Fozey. Hysen and Sarme are doing a really good job at staying on their feet right now. They're able to find that double knockout. Massive option used by Hysen. That's a good lead to have.
Fozey right now just completely left weaponless. We are just seeing Hysen try to go for an anti-heal. He wasn't able to actually find it though. Fozey with the lance on hand. What's going to be the play here? You go for that end second, and actually, I can't believe that took the stock.
Going back into even ground though. KiXe and Fozey, they have the weapon advantages and they have pretty good spacing right now, but Hysen is going to be able to find that combo, kind of break their momentum apart so they're not able to find a combo. And Sarme, what are you doing to KiXe offstage? Fozey trying to go for the save, but KiXe is beyond saving. Never mind, he goes for the GCN sig. Super smart option, but Fozey just quite simply did not have enough time.
There is nothing that you can actually do to go down that low without overly committing and then potentially risking both of your stocks, right? So KiXe is just going to have, we hold those That's it. We take those. Move on. Next stock. Let's see what we got. KiXe wants this edge going onto Hysen and has to inevitably back off.
Sarme really high up into the ground, disarmed as well, picks up the gauntlets. He's stuck between Fozey and KiXe, but they're not really trying to commit for any kind of 2v2 combo right now. They are just trying to win this neutral game over Hysen and Sarme so far.
Oh, but Fozey just cleaning up that stock again with that Ensig, just able to take it off the top here. And now, take a look at what happened. Despite the fact that KiXe was the first one to be knocked down to his last stock, it is a 3-stock to 2 situation. Fozey has to stay alive if they want a really guaranteed shot at taking this.
And
okay,
there you go.
well...
That's going to be them knocked out and a 2v1 opportunity onto KiXe. Bad spot. Fozey with a pretty good spawn, able to run back in and help relieve some pressure off of KiXe, but as he does so, Hysen and Sarme start trying to do a 2v1 combo onto him. They're playing so well, Dara.
Yeah, they were like, get him, and then they sandwiched him, and then they were just able to put him all the way into the orange at this point. So right now, though, Hysen able to get that recovery. That is huge, just a good amount of damage onto Fozey. Poor Fozey. Fozey has been bullied this entire last stock. Look at what's happening here, and now this is your chance to actually fight back. But you slide off with that D-Sig, it doesn't actually connect, and that's going to be Sarme with that side A follow-up off stage. What happened to poor Fozey? That's all that I can say after that game. You were not allowed to play the game at all.
During that entire game, I mean, Hysen and Sarme was just making it seem like there's nothing Fozey and KiXe can do to beat them. They were looking super airtight, start to finish. Fozey and KiXe, they were able to get a lot of damage and a lot of knockouts from just, you know, winning in neutral. But Sarme and Hysen, this is a very, very strong game from them, Dar.
Yes. Hysen and Sarme, they just like established, they know how to hold that lead, they know how to be able to play off of each other. And so Fozey and KiXe, they definitely have their work cut out for them. In this game specifically, it came down to what? There's like a couple of unfortunate like offstage situations where like Fozey was not able to help KiXe get back on. And then just last stock, when one of your players is basically... When you're fighting essentially a 2v1 with one of your teammates being out of play, being comboed, being sent off stage all the time, there's not that much that you can do about it if you KiXe.
Yeah. And for everyone panicking right now that your favorite player is running off the screen repeatedly, we're doing a quick little reset and we'll be right back at you. I feel like KiXe and Fozey, if we were to talk about this matchup, they were playing so much neutral against Hysen and Sarme, but Hysen and they were not able to win that way. I feel like Fozey and KiXe might need some secret sauce. They might need some secret sauce in their gameplay to be able to spice it up and start overthrowing. And that could be anything, you know, whatever they've been practicing, whatever they're feeling. It could be, you know, let's start using a little bit more SIGs. You know, maybe the Queen Eye and the Orion SIGs they could be working on. Maybe let's go for some more team combos. Maybe don't go off stage as much, or maybe go off stage more. Obviously, these players are a lot better than me at deciding what the adjustment should be, but they need some secret sauce, Dora.
Yeah, it's like, you know, sometimes you just get like food, and it's like all of these individual components that are on the plate, they taste beautiful, and then you're like, whoa, there isn't necessarily like that kind of a harmony. You have to find a way to be able to blend them together. I feel like Fozey and KiXe, they were trying to sort of take the game into a couple of more like separate 1v1s on opposite sides of the stage, and they weren't able to play off of each other so well. Whereas Hysen and Sarme, where they really shined that last game, they were able to get team combos, they were able to get follow-ups, especially like that last stock. Hysen just lobbed that ball right into Sarme, who was able to close it out with a side A swing on the axe. Like, Hysen and Sarme, they're just getting more hits off of one another, and they're lapping Fozey and KiXe on the damage output because of it.
Yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, they just look kind of airtight. They were doing a lot of the same things that Fozey and KiXe were doing, but just slightly better. Going into this game now, though, so far, pretty good start for Fozey and KiXe. We're seeing a lot of damage here onto Hysen.
Okay, so that time around just going to be hitting his own teammate. A little bit unfortunate there, and Fozey doing what Orion does best, and that is press D-Sig with Spear and then just KO people. Wants to go for it again? You are evil. You are up to no good, buddy. And Sarme is not having any of it.
Sarme is not having any of it. That's why KiXe takes over the wheel real quick and plays some offstage against him. Hysen is unfortunately going to be D-Sigging Sarme. Fozey wanted to go in and punish that, but he's going to be hitting his own
Fozey's just going to go in with it too.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Is this a secret sauce, Dora?
Yeah, I feel like that's like the universal conclusion that you come to playing this character, which is like, wait a second, I could just press more D-Sig. You're never getting punished for it, ever.
And it's such a strong option as well, because like I know that Fozey is an insane 2v2 player, but in any given circumstance when you want to follow up on your teammate and you're not sure what to do, you can just Orion Spear D-Sig because it covers so much.
But right now, it is 2 stocks apiece for everybody here. It is just about as even of a game as you could possibly ask for. Sarme looking to get something going here. Nobody with any huge swings. Fozey looking for quite an aggressive GCD light, and they're all just exchanging hits. Nobody has gotten a massive lead yet, besides the fact that Hysen has taken most of the blue team's damage.
Yeah, no, Hysen has to be pretty careful right here. He's on the boat, he's just patrolling the ground. Fozey able to find the D-Sig though. He's up to no good. I see him following Hysen. He gets the recovery as well. Super good knockout. And now a 2v1 against Sarme. And Sarme is not afraid of the action.
Oh,
he goes back in, but he's gonna have to pay the price.
Yeah, not afraid of the action, but sometimes you don't want to walk into a burning building. Sarme took so much damage there, but luckily was able to clean up KiXe stock with the Cider, and now looking to follow up with maybe punish Fozey. But that is why Lance is so good. When you're like between 2 opponents in 2s, and you just get like a Cider, you get positioned so far away that the other teammate is not able to hit you in time.
Yeah, the drift is so powerful on the Lance in a 1v2 situation. And this is a 1v2 combo, but they're not able to follow it up. KiXe missing that end light. Very unfortunate, but the real question is, are they even going to need that to win at this point? They just need to take Hysen down, and then this is looking like a very doable game. On the contrary, if KiXe goes down here, this is a very winnable 1v2 for Hysen and Sarme as well.
If KiXe what?
Hysen.
Oh my god! KiXe took so much damage out there, able to make it back on nice and safe, but now you have to play back. You have to play safe. Hysen goes for the... what? That's the spike.
And that's KiXe
Oh my
down.
god, is this the comeback?
This could be the comeback. It's a 1v2 for Fozey to play. He has the spear in hand. Finds a couple of good hits. Get the D-Sig. He's gonna get punished. But as he got that knockout. That's what matters.
Alright, Sarme going up against Fozey here. This is anybody's game to take at this point. Fozey, of course, has the lead and quite like the, advantage here. Sarme is going to have to pull a fast one. Using up your dodge, gauntlets in hand. Let's see what you can make happen. Knock him off stage. Oh, this is the potential of something big.
It's the 1v1 of 2 old teammates, and Sarme is racking up so much damage right now. Massive opportunity. The second ground pound could have been it, but it's not going to be connecting. Follows all the way up to the weapon spawn to grab Fozey with a Sair. What an option. Now just
that was so aggressive. Sarme knew that Fozey wanted to go for the weapon, and there it is again. The D-Sig.
The D-Sig.
That's it. You talked about they need a little spice. They need a little secret sauce. Well, you know what? It was just D-Sig the whole time, and I'm a little bit annoyed about that. It's just a good move, and you can press it so much more. Look at how much damage that Fozey did over the course of this game. 600 damage taken. 5 of the 6 KOs have been dealt by Fozey. KiXe set up a lot of the situations for Fozey to get away with it, and Fozey just kept on pressing that D-Sig safely, right? Running off stage with it, catching landings with it. God, that move is messed up.
We have all been in that situation when we're playing like ranked 2v2 with our bro, and you're like, man, it's not really going that well anymore. I don't know what to do, and they're just like, yo, dude, use more D-Sig, and it just ends up kind of working, which it did for Fozey. Super good game from them.
Yeah, that's the kind of adjustment that you need. Sarme and Hysen, they're going to have to pull a fast one to be able to sort of compete with this amount of D-Sigs. I think it would be funny. I think it'd be actually quite funny if they just like responded by pressing nothing but like Kaya Sigs for the entirety of like the next game. Just get away with those and remind people of, the kind of a character that she is.
Fozey and KiXe, I mean, so far we've been going super quickly into the new games, but Fozey and KiXe, they are hovering over their legends here, probably having a little bit of a chat in VC, talking about how they're going to close out this set.
I don't see why you would switch here. We are seeing the switch to the Bryn from Hysen, which I feel like you might be a little happy about.
Yeah, no, so I just got some insider information that that Fozey's dog is annoying. That could also be one of the reasons why. Either way.
Wow. Wait, I'm sorry. How did you even find this out? That is like, are you in his house? How did this happen?
Yeah. Dude, Sweden is so small. What are you talking about? Of course. I hear it from here, dude. His dog is loud.
You just hear his dog barking across the street, and you're like, yeah, you know, the entire population of Sweden lives in like a 1-block radius of one another.
Honestly, if it was as dense as New York, we probably could.
So going into the game here, this is potentially a very, very brutal game for Sarme and Hysen. They are sitting in elimination side. This is the last potential game instead of the event, and they don't want to go down like this.
They don't want to go down like this. Again, same legend picks across the board, except for a little bit of a wild card. Hysen on the Bryn. This makes me very, very happy, Dara. Hysen is such an amazing spear player as well.
Yeah, right now, using that spear combo
on the screen.
We're seeing that spear ditto going on the right side of the stage, but then Fozey gets knocked down so deep. Huge call out there from Sarme. Beautiful follow-up and a nice way to get KiXe stock down. Fozey's stock is not going to be soon to follow. This is the opening that the red team needed.
This is a lot of good work from them. Now, the quick 2v1 situation. Hysen just wants to keep this stock, going for low commitment, damaging moves here. Tries to go for the end light to start a team combo, but both of them get punished severely.
Sarme looking for that sider, comes back down and finally punishes that D-Sig. Fozey pressed that D-Sig so many times and finally ate a single measly down here for his troubles.
Now, Sarme able to find that Sarah onto Fozey. I smell a ground pound, I smell an anything, and there it is! Fozey is gonna take a ground pound to the face, though. There's so much happening right now. Sarme is gonna be able to make it out. Fozey going down as well.
Nobody
just
lose
to pressure them. Good teamwork.
Yeah, everybody made it back on.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. You can't commit to an off-stage play like that, because before you know it, you are KO'd and they are able to save their teammates.
Yeah, but just like that, that's going to be KiXe, I believe, with the side sit. Taking off that stock onto Hysen here, who is now sitting on his last. Fozey, though, going to be going quickly and joining him here. And Sarme, with that ground pound, just able to avoid that weapon toss. Sarme, you have to stock tank. You have to play it nice and safe here. You have to counter hit, and you are finding all of those beautifully. You guys are going with the side sig, just dealing so much damage with that axe. My goodness.
Yeah, Fozey KiXe have been doing a really good job at evening it out, but it looks like Sarme and Hysen have a final burst of energy here. Fozey doing a really good job offstage against Sarme, though. Hysen,
okay, that was
gonna be able to get back. No teammate to help him. That could have been so big. KiXe going for the taunt to give Fozey more time to save him. That's so smart. But Fozey is going to go down with KiXe soon to follow.
That was essential. That was a beautiful playoff stage. Sarme is the absolute like MVP, the GOAT of that last game. Because let me tell you what happened. Hysen was like, oh man, I want to be able to make it back onto the stage here. Went through the recovery. Sarme fell into it, be it intentional or not. I would like to assume that it was intentional. And then gave Hysen the chase dodge to be able to make it back onto the stage. And then Sarme cleaned up house. Sarme was so good with the axe this game. It was kind of ridiculous. When you hear the axe sound effect, when you hear like that metal baseball bat hit the concrete multiple times in a row, that's how you know your dodges are getting red, your jumps are getting red, and you're getting whiff punished. And Sarme dealt so much damage in that last stock.
Now, one thing I also noticed, I mean, KiXe, you'll see from a lot of players, a thing they'll do is their teammate tries to save them, but then they do some form of choice or decision that makes it so their teammate fails to hit the save. KiXe is so good at being easy to save in those situations, which is also why they're surviving for so long. You're seeing GC N6 on the Qatars to be able to sustain in the air longer. You're seeing GC emotes, you're seeing really good jumps and recoveries. Super well done by him. And we are seeing a little bit of a Zapapi tech from Hysen as well, swapping over to the Barbara.
Okay, Sarme, though, makes it back onto the stage here, gets that neutral light, and then immediately, look at that. Look at KiXe pressing that signature and said, what are you doing? I'm going to get this hit on you. You are not getting away with this. I love how much Sarme is coming alive this game. This is the difference maker in my mind.
Yeah, but they have been taking quite some damage. They are on their first stock though, so I mean, they're good to go. KiXe able to find the GC though, with no teammate to help him. Sarme, he's gonna be able to find a hit onto KiXe. Very, very good, but he's going to be getting knocked out any moment here.
Okay, that is going to be KiXe stock gone, and Sarme is the one that is just ever so gently staying alive. Gauntlets in hand, switching right back onto the axe here, and trying to get something onto Fozey, who then controls the ground with the D-Sig, and I can't believe that did not KO. A little bit too far to the left side of the stage. If I'm Fozey, I am upset about that. I had one chance, and it was gone.
Yeah. Now, Sarme still on their third stock. And I mean, look at Hysen stock as well. They are not damaged. As long as they don't get into a 2v2 combo here, they are so chilling. They just need to take down Fozey.
KiXe, though, trying to get a couple of hits here on landing. Just really dancing with Hysen. That's a big neutralite, but look at that interruption from Sarme. Said, you're hitting my teammate. I'm going to stop you right there, buddy. And all of that damage that Katars are capable of has been effectively cut short.
There it is. Fozey going down, and KiXe is low as well. He has low speed off stage. He's able to get back, slip by both players either way. And now he's patrolling the ground with Katars again, able to find some good hits onto Hysen with Fozey to follow up. They're keeping this very even, and they find that knockout as well. This is really big.
The D-Light into the GC Sig was that was a cute idea, wasn't it? That was a nice way to take out that stock. KiXe coming back on, and KiXe coming alive off stage is what I would say, but Sarme finding that spike to take KiXe all the way back down. Fozey is being put out of the game, and what a dodge. That was an incredible dodge.
So much damage. Sarme and Hysen are able to find so many conversions, so much damage. Sarme has activated beast mode. He's just chasing all of these players, throwing out so many attacks. He's in a flow state.
Yeah, Sarme just popping out that D-Sig off stage as well. Fozey just weaponless. Left off stage, who tries to interrupt Sarme, hitting his own teammate surprisingly, and now just being patient, picking up the lance here. Oh, the spear, excuse me, and that's going to be it. Sarme taking out that one stock. KiXe, though, every time I see KiXe commit to a signature, it's always Sarme that punishes him for it time and time again.
Now, the final 1v1. Katars in hand against Sarme's 2 stocks. He has a long way to go. A good start would be a knockout, and he is searching for it. Able to get the dare, wants to go for the Sig, but it's not gonna connect.
Okay, Sarme, though, just looking for anything, and KiXe doing the NA thing, preemptively tossing out that weapon and losing it. Luckily able to get a hit, picks up the spear. This could be the potential way to get a stock here. You need a cider, you need a recovery, you need a D-Light, you need something. Ooh, such good neutral.
Really good dodge onto that D-Light from Sarme. Going over to the Katars now. He knows he is like 1 or 2 dodge weeks away from making this winnable.
It's Katars. This is where you can turn on your blender. Oh, and almost the dodge.
He had it!
That neutral light.
I think he had it.
Did he press a little bit too soon? Why didn't the neutral light punish it? Was just Sarme too high up? And that's
so unfortunate.
Oh, no.
Sarme and Hysen in a style are gonna be able to close it out. And again, all these games with players having insane individual performance. Sarme with 753 damage.
Wow. That is more than double.